So slippery. car washing weather. Hope everybody's enjoying their weekend. I always do the wheels last with a different one of the microfiber mitts. I'll wash all these rags again before I use them again. These were brand new. I like to switch out the rags quite often. Start at the top. Only wash in one direction so you don't get squirrel marks if you've got a dark color that you're trying to keep looking good. Do all the areas where the most bugs would be last. That way they get to soak and you don't get your rags all dirty right off the bat. If you guys can see that, there's stuff off my rags. This was the one that I used inside the wheel wells. Not sure what that is, but stuff like that's what scratches your paint. My plants love soapy water. Mainly because soapy water is better than no water. Now what do? Got to get that Geon wet coat on here. Squeak, 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 squeak. Geon wet coat. Stuff's awesome. I think it's almost empty. This bottle anyway. I'm going to use a new one. That ain't worth it. Your stuff kind of smells like vinegar when you're putting it on. You just want to get on everything pretty much. Anything you're trying to rinse and you want a nice coat of protection on. I'm just going to do half this hood so you guys can see what happens here. And as you rinse it, it'll go down the truck too, so you don't really have to coat the very bottom. I put on more than I should, I'm sure. Probably leaving it on here too long, but it's not in direct sun, so hopefully we're okay. And I don't think it hurts to put on too much. You're just really wasting it. I'm not going to do that whole side of the hood till last. Keeps the water spots down when it's drying. And again, I don't know what's in it. My detail guy just told me I'd love it. Did I do the windshield? Remember? So that half of the hood hasn't been done. Then all you do is just rinse it top down. And watch it bead. Try not to get, it's probably going to get on that side of the hood anyway. So that's pretty much it. I'm going to dry it off with the silk dryer. But I think it looks pretty good. Let's walk around here since we're done. I'm also going to blow it off with the air compressor. And I don't think, honestly, I use like a third of a bottle of that stuff each time, so I'm probably using way too much. But I think it just blows over onto the panels when you're rinsing, you know. that you weren't hitting before. So get it on the wheels and everything, man. Just all over. It makes a nice bead for you. Tonneau looking nice. Nice reflection in that thing. But yeah, I like it. I know you guys have probably seen me wash this truck too many times, but it is what it is, guys. I like washing it. I think that we're going to pull the Camry over here and wash it next. Here's the 03 and the poor little Prius. What else we got? That's it, guys. The 64's around the corner. She still looks good, man. I'm going to dry her off. I'm going to leave this live feed on. I haven't read any of the comments. I'll go back through and check them. Appreciate you guys checking it out, and have a great weekend. You know. Squeak, squeak. If you haven't heard my rant, these Geon silk dryers, you guys ought to go watch that. Probably one of the greatest products I've found in the last 30 years is this dryer right here. You guys see how easy that takes that water off there? It's crazy. Just glides right along the surface, sucking up that water. You can kind of see it. Well, yeah, that side probably better, where it's grabbing it. Keep going here. I have not wrung it out yet. It's probably ready to be wrung. But anywhere where it's dry, it'll just keep sucking that water up. Guys, it's pretty amazing, really. After you get the main bulk of the water off there, then you go back, wring it out, and kind of wipe, detail it, I guess you want to say. But this thing is just awesome. How easy it gets the water off. Out here. It wants to hold on to that water. It's like a camel. Now someone just, and they probably already got them. We need a ringer. Something I can run that through real quick. Grab one of Just sucks the freaking water right off of it. Be nice if it sucked it all out of that grill. Get a lot of that water out of there with the air compressor. Just like with the washing, I'll do a bunch of wiping down with this thing. But then when I go to the door jambs and places like that that might be dirty, I'm going to switch over to a traditional absorber chamois. Assuming I can find it. If not, then I'll just use a microfiber. I don't want to use the same towel that I use on the body for any place that might be gritty. Even though I wash them, just minimize cross-contamination, I guess. You want to call it that? If you can even hear me over there. Also super important. Keep the door jambs of your vehicles clean. You're trying to have a nice vehicle. I'm not trying to detail my motor or nothing right now. I'm just trying to get all this water off here that would possibly leave spots without trying to touch the outside paint job as much as possible with this towel here. The engine could use a detail. Not too dirty, but it's got some dust on it. Might be a little dust on the truck. Don't let that fool you about what's inside. Yeah, there's little spots here and there. I'm gonna get her inside and blow it off the compressor though, so. We do one little more around with she all exposed. Her parts here. See how she looks dried off now. Always things you can do to a truck, guys. Always, no matter how nice you think something is or think your own stuff is. There's always stuff you can find to do to make things look nicer. I need to get down in there with the stiff bristle brush and knock all that crap out of the radiator. Hood blanket's always been the crappy thing on this. A lot of people just take them off, and I do not like that look, unfinished. A lot of people don't finish the bottom of their hood, period. So it ought to at least have a blanket, man. But anyway, the engine on this thing is pretty decent. As far as, you know, if I was replacing stuff, you know, I'd like to have my valve covers a little nicer down in there. But everything is pretty clean. I've got another one of these to switch out again. That's like my third one I've put in there now. But the engine compartment is nice on this, nice and clean. Could be cleaner, yes, absolutely. Got a lot of NOS parts in there. Yeah, get the details when you're cleaning, man. You want to clean around the edges of your doors and in the door jambs. Clean all these rubbers, wipe them down. That way you're getting any kind of grit off that might be scratching your paint. Again, stuff that you could be doing right here. I would love to have these in billet someday, or, you know, something a little nicer than what that is. Same with the striker on the door. These are still, which is a funny story because I paid so much for my NOS door seals. I want to say I ended up paying like, man, $300 and some for a pair of them, and I still have never switched this one out. You'll see on the other side that it doesn't have a split. That's one of the main ways you can tell that it's not a factory seal. But yeah, all in through here, clean that, dry that, make it look good. I still need to come in here and do a little bit of vacuuming. I got my little plaques up in there that Mr. James Day Knight made me. And my ultimate Pontiac, or no, Oldsmobile radio here with the soft knobs. And all of the little buttons are rounded. They're not like sharp edged like a stock S10 radio. Other than that, it looks identical. It is slightly gray as opposed to black. So I thought that was a cool little mod that I did that doesn't stand out, doesn't make it look not stock. Same with the keyless glove box lock. That's from the rear of a second gen Blazer. Lover boy, you know it. It's like a time machine. You got to live in the era of the vehicle that you're cruising around in. Pretty much NOS door panels other than the card there. I was able to find a brand new door armrest there. This was NOS. This is not. This is NOS. Everything else is brand new, guys. Factory jack. My wipes or whatever there, and some Alchemist Garage glass cleaner. Best stuff I've seen so far. Use a lot of his products. I need to do some more review videos on his stuff. It is awesome products, guys. Checkmate. Bed rug. Spare tires. Those are the ZQ8 factory wheels for this truck, or one like it. You can see little fine scuffs right here. What I was telling you about when you got to clean the rubber right here. It is rubbing just slightly. And at one time I talked about putting a little clear piece of, you know, like panel saver or whatever they call that on there, just to kind of help keep that from happening. But yeah. So let's continue on with our details here. Got the inside handle. I don't know if you guys can, here, let's go over here. All of my hardware and stuff. It's starting to get a little wear on it, but it's stainless steel bolts, and I painted everything a satin black just to kind of blend in there, you know. And I think it turned out nice. Got to have them details. And this is a second gen bed rug that it has been modified. It was shortened about an inch right here and sewn back together. Fits really well, other than right here at the corners. I didn't want to modify it anymore. Tucks right up under. You can see like the sections here from a second gen where you would have your load handling bars or whatever in there. But Mama's garage. Quick detailer. There you go, Ryan Michaels. We love you, bro. If you're not on Hardcore S10, check us out on Facebook. Here's some stuff. Yeah, be nice to have these and possibly a billet. I've seen several people make them, and they look a little too hot rodish for me. The ones with the circles and the screen in them and stuff like that. And another thing, these are pretty nasty. I've always been kind of embarrassed of how those look. Yeah. And I need to finish my pinstriping into the door. And up there, or have someone paint it. Everything is paint on this other than that pinstripe. And it really should have been paint. It didn't dry inside here. You always want to do that too, because you're going to get drips as you drive out of there. And it needs a factory sticker back in there. But that looks nice. Ooh, look at this. This screw here is not even in. See, we always need maintenance, guys. Nobody's perfect. Always remember that. A lot of people try to pretend like they're perfect, but ain't nobody perfect. So we'd be at this for 53 minutes. Like I said, I'm gonna pull this in the garage, blow it off. Or what? Oh yeah, water on there. But I'm gonna leave the live feed on. Hell, screw it. We'll just keep at it. Wash these trucks, have a good time. Drink me a beer in the morning. Let's make some noise. That's going to take a minute. Funny thing, I just ran upstairs and grabbed me a beer, And when I'm coming up the stairs, I see my truck on the TV. I'm like, what? That almost looks like what I'm doing right now. I keep watching it, and just the truck sitting there, and I'm like, well, it is. Apparently my wife had put on YouTube on the channel before she left. They went to the farmer's market. So that's kind of cool to see my truck there on my big screen. I don't know if it's true or not. I'm only going to drink one, guys. I've had a lot of people, I'm sure, that have worried about me because of how bad I was before. I got it. Totally, man. I drink one with a meal. I still have never drank more than 3 in a day. So, just, I don't know. As much as I hated beer when I was a kid, I really enjoy being able to drink a beer now. I don't know if it's the taste or that I finally have self-control or feel like I have self-control. I don't know, but I really like it. Tastes better with some lemon or lime in it, or a little bit of salt maybe, but I'm paying attention now. If you're on here, give me a comment. Heartburn. Woo! That's loud as ever. And then as soon as it kicks off, I'll blow for about 2 minutes and it'll kick back on. What's up, Paint Gun Express? Woohoo! It's a great Saturday, guys. Nice and cool. Probably going to be hot, especially since I said that. Hey, man, no problem. I always wonder if people even are into the whole live thing. I watch other people that do it, and here we are, man. 58 minutes. I don't know if they kick you off after a certain amount of time or what, but something to watch, I guess. I'm always trying to find ways to entertain myself. ADD will do that to you. Let's take a little walk while we wait for this air compressor. To those of you that have never been here, I'll show you around a little bit. Of course, we got the 2 main garage doors there that come in on the side of the house. Yes, we are in real time right now, Johnny. It does confuse me too. This is the main door to my house. Not how you get in my house, but how you would go into the house from the garage. And my sign that my buddy made me up there. Hardcore Garage. I really freaking like that sign, man. The depth on the truck is amazing. Got some first run LA wires up there when they were laser cutting the emblems instead of just making a sticker. Of course, the BMW look-alike there. Front of a Pepsi machine. The Jet, which was the very first people mover, I believe anyway. Got my little board going on there. My smiley, happy face smoker. Let's turn him on. Woohoo! Look how long my arm just got, like Go-Go Gadget. This is basically my cat room. Some lockers out of the old Chevy dealership. Old school TV. Red's hydraulic. Any spares up there? Go back into the garage. So everything that's on this whole has been finished and painted and all that good stuff. Collect signs. I used to for a sign company that my wife's family owns still to this day. So I always got first dibs on a lot of good stuff like that. We walk around here. This is the T parking spot. Oh, the compressor just kicked off there, so I'll try to make this little tour a little shorter. But this is where the GT parks when it's in its downtime. Parks wherever the hell it wants to when it's not in downtime. Rockford Fosgate amp collection there. I've been into Rockford Fosgate since 1989. I worked at a place called Stereo on Wheels. Got my cherry broke on car audio with Alpine and Rockford Fosgate, and pretty much have never lost my loyalty to them. So That is every amp that was produced when I was young, other than the Power 1000, which is my dream amp at this point. And we'll go into my 89 if I ever do find one. I guess when I find one, because I know I'm going to. Brian, nope, we built the house, man. I had a business called Dreams in Motion at one time, which was a custom car audio shop in town where I live. But no, I don't do any work other than for just myself and friends and family nowadays. Just as a hobby. I like to do it when I want to do it. That's the original grill, chrome splash pan, hood protector off of the 89 Slime Time. This chrome valance was built for me by a place called Go Industries back in the day, and they had produced a lot of stainless steel products for full-size trucks, and I was buying off them and asked them to start doing some things for S10s, and they did, and sent me the very first one. Still got it. Never been on a truck. Got the Toxic Shocks over there, if you guys remember those. I don't know if they're still around or not, but brand new ones there. And the dog dish, that is the factory bumper off of the GT when I got it. Somebody had plastic dipped it. And that grill is off of, I want to say, number 275. One that I was able to take apart in the junkyard. Of course, there's an old Still & Grill clone. 15 by 10 Dayton wire reel, 72 spoke radial laced reversed offset. OG as hell. Lacara steering wheel. We're just kind of looking around here, guys, seeing what we got. Neon license plate frames. There is actually a brand new Brawl in there for 82 to 90 Chevy S10. 4-piece grill. Another Toxic Shock. And in that box there is actually a brand new set of headlight and taillight covers for an S10. That's the grill out of, it sucks that I cannot remember the name of that truck right now. That Blazer, the blue one, what's it called? I've got the hood and the front end and La Raza, there we go. And the windshield. I saved as much parts off that truck as I could when the guy was starting to gut it, man. I felt so bad. I did what I could do. Another GT. Awesomeness everywhere. Thanks, Brian. It's a lifelong collection, man. It really is. Just passion, I guess. Some still in effects down there. Old Cadillac sign there. Back in there is a bug deflector, brand new in the box. I have no idea what it looks like. Another GT Typhoon Cyclone front bumper and cover. Just randomness. This is just my part of my parts hoard here. And I'll just let you stare at that. There's consoles and bumper covers and cameo effects and Sonoma GT effects and different little things here and there. I think somebody might even be here. It might even be Turtle might be here with my boat. Should we do that live if he shows up while I'm here? I think I'm gonna have to, ain't I? Let's walk over this way and see if this is him. Hell yeah, it is. We're live right now, man. We had to bring this toy. Something to play with on my pond here. Hell yeah. Can't beat that, can you? That's one fucking hell of a trailer for a little tiny boat.
But my boss comes running at me on Wednesday. He's like, "Here, help this guy out. He needs to haul his Jeep again." And I'm like, "Which trailer is he taking?" He's going to take the short one. Crap. All right, I guess I'll use the behemoth.
All right, guys, I'm going to end this live feed for a minute here while we deal with this trailer, and maybe I'll get back on here afterwards and finish washing up the trucks.